Here we have the outside of the Elddis Majestic 285. As we move along, we will firstly come to the vents for the Dometic fridge. The main thing we need to do with these is make sure that nothing is obstructing them and try not to spray too much water at them when washing the motorhome. As this is a winterized van, it does come with winter covers for the vents. So if you are going to be using the van in extremely cold climate, you can pop these on to make the fridge run more efficiently. You'll see we have a top and a bottom cover just here. To use these, just clip it in like so, and then with a flat-headed screwdriver or the ignition key, turn both of these to lock it into place, and then you will find that the fridge will only vent at the lower point just here, and exactly the same on the lower one as well, thus holding heat in and running efficiently. Do not leave these on in warmer climate, or otherwise the fridge will just overheat. As we then move along, we have mains hookup just here, and then fresh water into the van just here. Push in, twist, give it a little wiggle, and then pop your hose pipe in to fill the fresh tank. You will see that this can also be locked. Beneath it we then have the actual drain for the fresh water tank. So just open and closed just here. We then have the flue for the Aldi boiler. We do not need to do anything with this. There's no covers or anything that need to be removed, but again, just make sure that nothing is obstructing it. Next we have the gas locker. And we have space in here for 2 gas bottles. This motorhome runs a crash regulator, so you'll find that the crash regulator is just here, and then we have a special propane hose in conjunction with this regulator. So at the moment on my demonstration bottle, all I'm doing is running a standard hose. So after I finish this video, I will then pop the correct hose back on again, so it will look virtually the same, screwed into the bottle, tightened with a gas spanner, bottle on and off up here. Once we turn the bottle on, we will then need to hold this button in here for about 3 or 4 seconds, which will allow the gas into the van. With this particular system, you do not need to turn your gas off whilst travelling. If this hose was to become severed in any way, this part here recognises the sudden drop in gas pressure and cuts the gas off. And this part here will also cut the gas off if a pipe is severed inside. Sometimes these can also be triggered if you go over a bump violently, so if you're not getting any gas into your van, just come to the reset button just here, and again just hold it in for 3 or 4 seconds to reset it. As we move round to the rear, we then have the Thetford cassette toilet. To remove, lift up, pull towards you. Before use, remove the cap and add your toilet chemical with a small amount of water. The cassette also empties from this point just here. Just remember that when you pour it away, to hold the button in just here to release the vacuum inside. It is also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is fine. This is also a nice quick and easy way of giving the cassette a good clean. If you need to gain full access inside, this whole section can be turned. You need to twist this arrow to this point just here. This is very handy if you have anything get trapped around the float mechanism inside. All of these are now on wheels with an extendable handle. This motorhome has been fitted with a removable tow ball. We then have the rear view camera up here, and then as we come round to the other side, we have the spare wheel just here. Access underneath the single bed. External barbecue point. If you are going to use this, you need to get a barbecue point adapter, which is a little brass spear about this long. Attach the hose of the barbecue to one end with a Jubilee clip, and then the other end plugs in where my finger is here and will lock into place, and it will then allow you to turn the gas on. To remove it, push the collar up and it will then pop back out again. Beneath it we then have the grey water drain, so anything that goes into down your plug holes goes into the holding tank and then is drained off at this point here. We then have an external TV/satellite point. We then have the Dometic roll-out canopy just here. So awning winding handle just into that located just there, and then wind it to wind the canopy out. Diesel just here. Cap unlocks on the ignition key. AdBlue top up beneath it. It will let you know on the dashboard when the AdBlue needs to be topped up. Tire pressures on the door pillar just here. Jack and wheel brace underneath the passenger seat, and then the vehicle battery just in the floor just here. Bonnet release just here. This motorhome is fitted with an alarm, and it is built into the main fob itself. So if we now lock the motorhome, you will get a single chirp letting you know that the vehicle is locked and the alarm is armed. If I now unlock it, you will get a double chirp to let you know that the vehicle is disarmed and unlocked. What we can also do is put the alarm in what's known as pet friendly mode, so the sensors are disarmed on the inside but are still active on the outside. All we need to do is press the lock button twice, once and then twice, and you'll get a high-pitched chirp letting you know you put it in a pet friendly mode. As soon as you unlock it again, it will then go back to factory setting. With your second set of keys, because you only get a standard key here, you do get an alarm fob, which you have arm and disarm just up the top here.